It doesn't matter which way you slice it. Tesla right now is absolutely slaying European automakers in California and in the US. Sales numbers have just come out with Tesla's electric vehicle delivery numbers for the first half of the year. And well, when you look at these numbers, it's kind of embarrassing if you're not Tesla. If you're one of these other car companies, I don't know, but you've got to feel a bit shamed, a bit like, you know what? Why did we not start making EVs faster? Why were we mocking Tesla? Why are we calling their cars golf carts when that's what everyone clearly wanted all along? Hello, my friends, and welcome to the channel. I'm the Electric Viking, and I'm stoked to see this news coming out of California. You know what, Californians? Kudos to you guys. Kudos. Because most of America, they weren't that into electric cars. Let's be frank. Let's be honest. You guys made them cool. You made them popular. And now, well, California is the US biggest car market. It matters to automakers, and Tesla is absolutely dominating it. It's destroying the competition. And that's just putting it lightly. That's not hyperbole. That's just simply fact. Now, Tesla may have officially moved its headquarters to Austin, Texas, but Californians don't actually seem to care about that at all. In the first half of the year, the Tesla Model Y and Model 3 became California's best-selling vehicles. Number 1 and number 2. Not just EVs, best-selling vehicles, period. According to data from the California New Car Dealers Association. The Tesla Model Y was number 1, with 42,320 sales for the first 6 months. While Model 3 was a close second, with 38,993. Now, the interesting thing is, sales in California are very, very similar to sales of the Model Y and the Model 3 in Europe. Very similar numbers. And this shows you just how big of a market California is right now for EVs. Not just for EVs, but just its car market in general. It's one of the biggest car markets in the world. In their respective segments, luxury compact SUVs and near luxury cars. Now, if you don't consider these cars luxury cars, please unsubscribe, because they are. You don't understand what an EV is, and you've never driven one if you don't consider a Tesla a luxury car. I'm sorry, it is. And you need to go drive one, because it's just stupid. It's stupid. I'm sick of people saying they're not. They very much are. Go and drive an internal combustion engine BMW or Mercedes, then drive a Tesla, and tell me which one is or isn't a luxury car. I'm talking about the driving experience. That's what defines luxury. Yeah, luxury isn't defined by how much leather is in your car. It's not there's no website in the world. There's no like, hey, here's the rules on luxury. It must have 6 cows must be in the car. It must have a certain amount of shiny black piano plastic, which when you touch it, you'll see fingerprints everywhere. That's not the definition of luxury. It must have 75 buttons minimum to be luxury. There's no definition saying you need those things for a car to be a luxury car. You know what defines a luxury car? The driving experience, the overall experience, the infotainment system, all those things, the way that drives when you put your foot down on the accelerator, right? The way you feel about it emotionally. That's what defines luxury. In my view. Let me know what you think defines luxury in the comment section below. So, like I said, Tesla crushed its competition in the luxury segment, achieving a market share of 54% and 61% respectively. This is a forebear of what will happen in the rest of the US, right? Mercedes, BMW, Audi, they should be running for the hills or running for the factories to try and start building more EVs. Mercedes GLC was second behind the Model Y, with 7,856 compared to 42,000 for the Model Y. 7,000. Boom, boom. Lexus ES was behind the Model 3 with 5,000. Come on. 39,000 versus 5,000 in second place. This is so funny that it's sad. Tesla Model S topped its segment as well, even though production seems to have stalled in the luxury and high-end sports cars, with 5,800 sales and 22% market share, beating the BMW 5 Series with 2,800 sales and 10.5% share. Now, honestly, if you bought a BMW 5 Series instead of a new Tesla Model S, like the new model this year, you must be an absolute mental case. That's what I think anyway. In total, Tesla sold 91,000 vehicles in California in H1 2022, the first 6 months of the year. That's an impressive 82.2% increase over the first half of 2021 when it sold only 49,675. And I say only, that's kind of with a tongue-in-cheek there, because I'm sure that any other manufacturer would be more than happy with that. When you look at their electric vehicle deliveries so far this year, they'd say give us Teslas at the first half of last year. That'd be wonderful. Now, this is actually a surprise to me, but it shouldn't be, I guess. Tesla was the second highest automaker in California, period. They took 11% of the state's market share, and that includes pickup trucks. If you include pickup trucks, it doesn't matter. Tesla took 11% of the entire automotive market in California. Toyota was the only car company that outranked Tesla with 152,938 sales, accounting for 18% market share. And obviously Toyota has a lot of cheap cars, so it's not really a market that Tesla wants to go for, making only a few $1,000s per car in the cheaper segments. That's why the reason why Tesla made more profit than Toyota, even though they sold around 1/10 of the number of cars that Toyota did in the first quarter of the year. So over the first half of the year, vehicle sales in California totaled 853,000. That's down 18% year over year. However, plug-in car registrations during the period increased by 34% year over year to 153,000. That translates to a record of 18% of the total market compared to 11% a year ago. All electric cars took up the majority of that number with 128,855 units. That's an increase of 60% year over year and 15% market share. So 15% of all vehicles sold in California over the first half of this year were fully electric. Now imagine if, some of Tesla's buddies, or not their buddies, but their competition actually came to the market and actually came to play properly. Imagine if Ford, General Motors, some of the other American automakers actually made lots of electric cars. That 15%, that could be 30%, that could be 50%. We don't actually even know yet, because these manufacturers outside of Tesla are just not making many EVs. Plug-in car registrations in California for the first half of the year. Electric vehicles, 128,900, up 60%, 15% market share. Plug-in hybrids. Some of you guys are telling me plug-in hybrids are more popular than electric cars. They're not. Sorry, you can't look at BYD sales to determine what is popular, because BYD is pretty much the only car company in China making lots of plug-in hybrids. Plug-in hybrids, 23,900, down 28% with a market share of only 2.8%. That's what's happening worldwide. More and more people are going, you know what? Why buy a plug-in hybrid if I can get an electric car? It's a good question. Good point. Hybrids have lost market share as well. Hybrid vehicles are down 4% with a market share of 11.7%, with a total of 99,842 sales. But I think those numbers will skew massively downwards as Toyota hits its cap of vehicles where it actually gets a subsidy of $7,500 per car sold. So what is that going to mean? Well, over the next 6 months of this year, mostly those cars, most of them are not going to qualify for that $7,500. So I'm going to guess there's going to be less people buying hybrids from Toyota over the next half of the year. Now, interestingly, a hydrogen fuel cell car sold a lot more than I would have expected. The Toyota Mirai was purchased by 1,172, in my view, slightly crazy people in California. That's 1,172 people willing to pay a lot of money for a vehicle that they can only refuel at a few select places around the world. That is, in my view, pretty surprising, but let me know if you're surprised by that in the comment section below. Now, here are the top 11 most popular vehicles in California so far over the first 6 months of the year. First, Tesla Model Y, 42,000. Third. Second, Tesla Model 3, 39,000. Third, Toyota RAV4, 31,600. Fourth, Toyota Camry, 28,745. Fifth, Toyota Corolla, 22,400. Sixth, Chevy Silverado, 20,350. Seventh, Ford F-Series, 18,600. Eighth, the Honda Accord with 18,400. Ninth, the Honda Civic with 18,300. 10th, the Toyota Tacoma with 17,800. And 11th, the Ram pickup with 17,412. The rest of America, they're a little bit behind California when it comes to electric sales, and maybe in terms of, but I think California is showing you what's going to happen over the rest of America. The rest of America, yes, they might prefer different cars. Maybe Texans want a Cybertruck more than they want a Model 3 or a Model Y. I don't know. Either way, I do believe California is setting an example, and the rest of America will actually follow that trend pretty precisely over the next decade. Yes, Americans do want EVs. Here's more proof that that is in fact the case. Thank you for watching. Have an awesome day. And thank you for subscribing as well. Bye-bye.